What's up, y'all? What's good? Happy Friday. I hope all of you are doing good. I'm doing great. I have no complaints. I hope you guys have been safe out there. I just wanted to get around and do this reaction because this is a trending topic on these YouTube streets. These YouTube streets have been so lit for these past couple of days, weeks, months, you name it, the years. It's going to go on and keep going and keep going. So I wanted to get over here and talk about Peach McIntyre, her husband, and Fifi. Yes, I want to talk about this whole situation that has been trending on these YouTube streets with Peach McIntyre and her husband and the reactor Fifi. Okay, so there's this situation with, we already know that Peach knows about her husband and how he gets down. Every woman knows about the man that she's laying down with, whether she wants to be in denial about the situation or not. You know exactly what type of dude you messing with. You know what type of dude you laying down with. You know what type of dude that's staring you right in your face. So the things that he be doing is not surprising to her. So she's well aware of the women that he likes to entertain on the side. That's why she's answering his phone and all that type of stuff. Because if he has a business, it's his business. Then why is he not conducting his business by answering his own phone? She does YouTube, so therefore the only phone that she needs to be answering is hers. But there's nothing wrong with her answering her husband's phone. Women answer their men's phone all the time. I have plenty of times myself. So I'm not going to say that that's an issue. However, I will say this. She likes to advertise her husband. And I'm not going to say this because she likes to advertise her husband or talk about the things that her husband does in the bedroom, gives another woman the upper hand to try to see what she's talking about. Because if anything, there's a lot of men out here in the world. So you could pick any man in the world. You don't have to pick somebody else's man unless you choose to. Unless you want to be second to somebody else, then that's what you're choosing to do. Other than that, there's a million of men out here that are single and ready to mingle if you want to get in some type of entanglement or whatever type of shit or whatever. So, I guess Fifi called herself reaching out to Peach's husband. And when she reached out to him, it was in regards to her channel and how his wife had been reporting her channel because of the content that she had been uploading on her channel in regards to Peach and, their situation. So she contacted this woman's husband. Well, she should have contacted Peach if she felt some type of way. Either way, whether she contacted Peach, Wood, whoever that's connected to this woman, it still wouldn't have changed the fact that Peach decided to do whatever it is that she did to her channel. So I don't understand why she did that. I think it was more for a shock value because these are the things that this girl likes to do. This is not nothing new. Okay, so when she hit him up, he did not know who she was. He asked her who she was, and she was just basically inquiring about the strike that she received from his wife. So, the conversation went on about that for a little second or two or whatever. They got off the phone. I guess he, being a man, I'm not going to say being a man because not all men act in this type of way. You have to be a childish ass man and act in this behavior because if a woman hits you up, you don't know who she is. The last thing you want to do is try to entertain a conversation with someone that's a complete stranger and you have a whole wife. And then not only that, your wife was on YouTube and whoever you was just talking to was saying something about a channel. So this person is also on YouTube. So why would you even go that far as to even reaching out to this broad, even trying to have a conversation with her, trying to meet up with her or any of those things when you already know what the situation is? But this is a man for it. This is the type of man that he is. This is the type of man that Peach has married or fake married to or whatever you want to call it. This is the type of man that she has laid down and had children with. So you can't come and attack the woman. Yes, Fifi was dead wrong for contacting this woman's husband in regards to anything with her channel because if she wanted to talk to somebody, she should have been talking to Peaches. But like I said, even whether she talked to Peaches or not, she made her choice as to what she wanted to do. I don't think her having a conversation with that woman was going to change anything, so therefore it was no need for the call. It was no need for the call to be placed. She reached out first and then he reached back out is what he did. And when he reached back out, it was on he was trying to talk to her and talking about how he don't like to wear condoms and how he wanted to place a baby off on her and all types of disrespectful ass shit that Peaches is used to, apparently. She's used to this type of stuff. So when Fifi went to pay the recording of her and Peach talking, when she called Wood's phone, it went something like this. She's calling asking for Wood, but yet Peach answered the phone. And then she makes a statement in regards to her and Wood. And then Peach was like, well, what makes you think I would want to talk to you? And then told her, girl, bye. You know what I'm saying? So this is the type of stuff that this woman deals with all the time with her husband. It's not nothing new. That's why she puts on so hard on the internet with this daddy shit because she already knows what kind of husband she has and what kind of man she's dealing with. He steps out on her from time to time. She's his sugar mama. All of these other women that he's stepping out on with, listen, This girl is supposed to be in a shelter with her son. And Peaches is supposed to be a 6-figure woman. So what makes you sit up here talking about how people are broken, how people is this, but your husband don't seem to have a problem with trying to mess with somebody that's in a whole shelter? I'm just trying to figure this out here. Big bag, a big bank must not mean nothing to him, because hell, he's willing to mess with somebody that's off in a shelter and put a baby off in them on top of that too. So let's just be very clear. That's what I tell you. This money shit don't make nobody happy. You can have all the money in the world and still be an unhappy person. When you look at Peach McIntyre, all you see is nothing but stress and depression, anxiety in her face, because she puts on so hard for social media to have somebody thinking that her life is what it's not, when she knows that it's not. Now, I seen her upload some type of short earlier today. Just earlier, and she deleted, talking about she went to the DMV, her and her husband went to the DMV so that they can go get the car switched off into his name. Now, if you bought a car for your husband, or if you bought this truck for your husband, wouldn't it be off in his name in the first place? So why would you have to go to the DMV to get it switched over into his name? The thing of it is that you said that you actually purchased the vehicle, but then on the paperwork it says that y'all put $5,000 down. So which one is it? Y'all put $5,000 down for him to have a vehicle so that he can have transportation, or you paid for it? Because usually you don't put down on anything that you pay cash for. Make that shit make sense. See, you get on here, you doing these lying and shit, and I don't know why. You don't have to get on here and lie to complete total strangers. You don't have to do that, but you choose to do that and make yourself look like a complete fool. Just like you got on here after the fact, this girl done hopped on here and played these recorders with your husband, or these text messages with your husband sending this girl money, talking about how he want to meet up with her on September 9th and all of this type of shit. You get on here talking about how he's providing, or how he's cooking oxtails for your family and all types of shit like that. And you sit up here really trying to engage with this man, but this man is not engaging with you back. So that says a lot about what really goes on in y'all relationship. Now, you set up here early and uploaded that short and said how y'all was going to the DMV because you were getting the car switched over into his name because y'all getting a divorce now. It's every other week, every other day y'all getting a divorce. So when are you going to stop playing these games with yourself? Because you are only hurting yourself with this situation. If you know that that man is not shit, it don't matter if you gave him 6 kids or not. You will walk away from that situation with your big bag, big bank, and take your ass on. You wouldn't put up and deal with no man that totally blatantly disrespect you, especially with somebody that's on YouTube with you, that's doing reactions on you. Like, make that shit make sense. Maybe that big bag, big bank need to take your ass to a therapist. You need to go see a counselor, because evidently whatever you got going on, it's not working, honey. That money is not keeping him happy or keeping him home, apparently, if he's texting somebody that's on YouTube that's doing reactions on you. And you want to talk about some, she come talking about somebody being a mistress, honey. We black women, we not mistresses, honey. We sideline hoes. We side bitches. First of all, let me tell you something. Let's be very clear. I don't know what woman or what black woman classifies herself as a sideline hoe or a side bitch or whatever. That may be from the world that you come from, but from the world that I come from, honey, ain't no sideline bitch or no sideline hoes around none of these parts around this bitch, honey. Period. Now, I get you trying to make light of your situation, but you still looking foolish as hell, because he still reached out to somebody that's doing reactions to you on YouTube where you do your work, honey. Let's just be very clear. You can get on here and talk about my husband, daddy, all you want to. You the one been on here broadcasting your husband. Like I said, just because this woman been broadcasting her husband, she can broadcast her husband if she want to. That doesn't give a hoe the right to step up to her husband and put herself on a platter and ask for him to eat. That doesn't mean that. That's not what this is. And we not going to make it that. We not going to say, oh, well, she knew what type of man she was dealing with, so it doesn't matter that Fifi did what she did. No, Fifi was dead ass wrong for what she did. Even though she was like, oh, look at this. Okay, I could do something with this. Okay, she did. She brought it to her channel. She let it be known that we already knew that he was a hoe. We already know he be stepping out on this evidence. She makes it be known what he does to her because she's always on camera talking about it, or indirectly speaking, or it's just a little dumbass shit that she be doing to let it be known that her husband is having problems. So if she stopped putting all of her business online, then she wouldn't have this issue. But then again, she may. She said that her husband's phone number has been on with his business since 2005 or whatever she said, 2012, 14, whichever year it was, and nobody's ever played on his phone until now. So now that all of this Fifi shit done came out, she's basically saying that people are starting to play on her phone and do all of this extra shit, and it's never happened before, but now it's happening now. She don't understand why. And it haven't been happening. She said it's been old women calling his phone, saying how much they look better than her, how he needs to leave her alone, how he needs to come and mess with them, and all types of shit she was just saying. I was just thinking to myself, if you really have to put up with all of that shit when it comes to this man, is it really worth it just because you have kids for him? Like, let's just be very clear. Just because you have babies with somebody does not mean that you and that person have to be in a relationship with each other. Sometimes that's what it was supposed to be. Y'all was supposed to have kids with each other and go about y'all business to just co-parent and be parents to y'all's children. That's it, that's all. But when you keep having children knowing that your man is stepping out with other women, you look very stupid. Nobody's going to sympathize with that dumbass shit because you're putting yourself through shit because that's what you're choosing to do. Nobody's making you do anything. Nobody's putting a gun up to your head. And just because you're married to somebody does not mean that you have to sit up there and take and put up with any damn thing that they dish out to you. That's a fool. That is foolish. That is dumb. That makes no sense to me. If that man cannot respect you, then you need to respect yourself and walk away from him. To be able to say that you have a husband and this husband is doing all of these things to you is stupid to me. Like, you gotta make some shit make sense. You have a big bag, big bank, and no common sense. Like, you have no common sense when it comes to what you need to do in regards to your husband. But you can get on here and talk about somebody being broke and how people are hating off of you. Why would somebody want to hate on someone that gets on here every other day talking about how they're divorcing their husband? You get on here every other day about divorcing your husband, about how you're not happy, how somebody is not loving you like you love them, and all that type of shit. But yet you get on here and talk about somebody being a hater or how somebody wants to be like you or get like you. Bitch, please. Period. You are insecure. You are very insecure. You have very low self-esteem. You do. You have very low self-esteem. For you to think that this is some type of trials and tribulations, no. I hate when y'all say that stupid shit. It ain't no trials and tribulations because a person's not going to keep doing to you, keep doing something to you that's hurting you, and you keep telling them that you don't like it. That's not love, and that's not no trials and tribulations. That's foolish shit. That's dumb shit. That's bullshit. It's what it is. I'm going to call it what it is. You choose to put up with what you choose to put up with. We can't solely blame her husband for what he does to her because she's allowing it. So whatever a man does to you, if you allow him to do it, he's going to do it. Point blank, period. You have to be woman enough to say, I'm not going to accept this, I'm not going to take this, and you can go on somewhere else with this bullshit. Whether we have kids together or not, we going to co-parent, and we going to do this, and you going to be in your house, and I'm going to be in my house, and we just going to take care of these kids. That's it, that's all. But for me to have to keep being a fool, or keep looking foolish in front of people, and keep having to come on here and debunk, or have to rebuttal this, that, and the other, I'm not finna keep making a fool of myself on social media for nobody. Not for no husband, not for no cousin, not for no damn body. You gotta be kidding me. Like, seriously. This girl get on here every other day talking about how she's going to divorce her husband and how this is not working out, how that is not working out. Then the next thing you know, they at the casino because that's what makes him happy is money and materialistic shit. It's definitely not that bitch because if it was, she wouldn't get on here every other day looking crazy, talking crazy, being crazy about her situation with her husband. What goes on between you and Wood is between you and Wood. You took vows with him, not us, not strangers online. So I don't know why you feel like you need to come online and discuss anything that goes on between you and your husband when that's you and your husband's business. Let that be you and your husband's business. Y'all keep it between y'all. If y'all are getting a divorce, get a damn divorce and let it happen already. Stop coming to YouTube talking about I went and filed up divorce papers and I went to go do this, but you ain't gonna do shit with him. It's like a scare tactic. You are codependent. You need to let your husband go. If you have the big bag and big bank and the people come to see you, then what you need to have him for the show for? Let's just be very clear. He has his own shit going on over there on Cooking with Woods. Let him go do his thing over there. You do your thing on your channel. Y'all co-parent if y'all can't get along. If he can't stay at home and keep it with you and you're supposed to be his woman boo, then you need to do what you need to do and be love yourself enough to walk away from a situation that's no longer serving you. You done had all of those babies. That didn't change the situation. He's still doing what he's doing. You having women calling your husband's phone and all you can say is, oh, well, they want to be this and they want to be that to my husband. Oh, well, they not trying to get at my husband because I talked about my husband having some good wood. Oh, they not calling my husband's number. Girl, it's not number, it's number. As many times you said number, I was just looking at the phone like, bitch, it's number. You want to say how you can cheat this? You go get you some, okay? etiquette classes, some English classes, some type of classes with that, because you lack in that area on some real shit. But to say that somebody is hating off of you, girl, please, your life is not what you even want it to be. Every other day you get on here talking about some, oh, we're divorced and we're breaking up, we're not together no more, we're this and we're that. Don't nobody want to keep hearing that shit. And don't tell nobody not to watch your channel, because bitch, we're the reason why you get a check on YouTube every 21st of the month, period. Okay? But as far as what Fifi did, that shit was dead ass wrong. It really was. She didn't have to engage with that man. She didn't have to say anything back to that man when that man texted her phone. And if she was a real woman, when he texted her phone and said all those things to her, she wouldn't engage and send no pictures to him or whatsoever or nothing like that. She would have went on and just let it be known when he sent those text messages. That would have been your content right there. Oh, well, Peach's husband done hit me back up in my inbox or whatever. He's trying to talk to me. He's trying to hook up with me. He's trying to get up with me or whatever. You could have did all of that, but that's not what you did. You proceeded to go along with what he was talking about. Y'all talked about meeting up with each other. He done sent you money. He done talked about put a baby off in you and all types of shit because he don't like to wear rubbers and all types of. You was really entertaining all of that. And I don't understand, why would you entertain a man that you know that's married? But then again, yeah, I do understand why you entertain a man that's married, because you wanted that content. So you got your clicks and views, and then you over there talk about some people talking about you and dragging you for something that you chose to entertain. You know that man is married. We all know that man is married. At least he's supposed to be. We all know he's with that woman. So why would you entertain any type of conversation that he had for you, and you already know the situation? If you react to her, just react to her. Don't go so far as to trying to contact her husband and try to get tea or try to get conversations with this man to try to expose him, when Peaches already know what type of man she dealing with. She already know her husband does these things. So you doing that just confirmed what we already knew, because he has conversations with you, but we already knew that's what he was doing in the first place, because she tries too damn hard to show him so much and have him on camera too damn much to think otherwise. I mean, I'm not saying that there's not women that don't love their husbands like that, to where they don't like to show them off, or men that don't like their wives like that, because people do things like that. But in this case, you can see, it's evident. She be trying to convince people that he really do love her, he really do care for her, that he really do rock and roll for her, but really and truly he does not. He's only there because he has those kids with her. All right. And she's probably one of those women that say that she's going to hurt or harm herself if he leaves, because I don't see it any other way. How is it one day you get on her boo-hoo crying, talking about, oh, I'm getting a divorce one day, and then the next day you on her talking about some, oh, me and my husband, we done made up and we together and we ain't going nowhere. So y'all can stop hating on our love. Y'all just mad because I got a husband. Like, ew. Why do you? Never mind. Anyways, like I was saying, I just wanted to get on here and talk about it. You know what I'm saying? This whole situation is messy as hell. I don't understand why people do just anything for clicks and views and bring shit to their channel, you know. And if you don't want nobody to talk about you, Fifi, this is something that you should have never done. Like, you made yourself a part of the storyline with these people, so therefore you're getting reacted on. It is what it is. You can feel however you want to feel. You can say whatever you want to say, but baby, I don't really too much tune into you like that. So if you say anything about straight facts, honey, I won't be there to see what you're talking about. And please don't come over and tell me what that girl got to say, because I really could care less. If she decided that she wanted to reach out and entertain somebody's married man, then that's on her. Like I said, you made yourself a part of the storyline, so therefore I'm talking about it. It is what it is. This is a trending topic. You made yourself a trending topic, so just think of this as promotion, bitch. I'm talking about you, okay? I'm speaking up on you because you made yourself a part of Peach McIntyre storyline with her husband. So it is what it is. It was wrong. You should have never indulged in that conversation. You should have never sent him any type of pictures of you. If you had any intentions on meeting up with this man, you were stupid and you were foolish. You were in a situation to where you need to be getting yourself together for you and the sake of your son. Don't you have a living situation that you need to sort out? So that's more of what you need to be working on. That makes me feel like that's what you did this for, so that you can get your click and views, so that you can get the money that you need to do whatever it is that you're trying to do, which is fine or whatever, but you could have went about it another way. You didn't have to go that route. You didn't have to do that to that girl. You already know that that girl is already going through shit because she's choosing to, but just because you know you could do it don't mean that you should have did it, and that's all I got to say on that shit. That's all I got to say about it. It is what it is. This is straight facts unmatched, baby. You could take it or leave it, or leave it or take it. Whichever one you want to do. But right is right and wrong is wrong, and bitch, you was dead wrong for that. If anybody would have did that to you, would felt some type of way about it, you know, we all know he's a cheating ass man. That's not nothing new. We already know that she's going through the motions. We see it. She's cutting her hair off. She's doing everything that a woman would do that's going through something personally in a relationship with a man that likes to cheat. That's all there is to it. It's all playing out in front of us. Is it funny? No, it's not funny. I'm not one to laugh at somebody's pain and think that it's funny because the shit is not funny. But she does talk a lot of shit. And she was uplifting that man and putting that man on a pedestal. And we already know he disrespects her to the fullest extent. It is what it is, though. You know, if this is the type of stuff that y'all want to put out, so be it. But this is the type of stuff that I'm going to come out and react about. And it is what it is. Nobody's going to check shit over here. This is my channel. So whatever I want to get on here and talk about, I will get on here and talk about. So this is where we're at with it. It makes no sense to me that this is going down and this is happening. All I can say to you, Peach, is that it's not worth it. I don't care how many kids y'all got with each other, how much time y'all done put in with one another. Evidently, it's just not working out. Sometimes you just have to let things go. You never know what could be around the corner, up the street for you. You don't know until you let that go. Because apparently if Wood want to go lay wood wherever he can, then you need to let him go do that. I'd be damned if I be with my husband and my husband's going to go sleep with other women and I knowingly know about it and I'd be cool with it and just be saying, oh, well, he's my husband. He's my husband. I don't like that. It seems like to me you are one of those women. As long as he comes home, I don't care. He can go wrong. And that's sad. That means you have low self-esteem. You're very insecure about yourself. I have heard you say that. I've dealt with growing up with people calling me fat, ugly, bald-headed, and all types of stuff. And you know, when people say things about you and you can actually start believing, yeah, the words of the tongue are very powerful. It's like casting spells, and it is casting spells. So you said the things that people would say to you made you feel some type of way. And you started embracing that type of stuff, and you started to believe what they were saying, and you just started being the way that they were saying about you. So is this the same way that you're doing with your husband? Do you feel like you deserve this type of treatment from him because you can't get nobody else, or you don't want nobody else, or what is it? Because you're supposed to love yourself enough to walk away from any situation that no longer serves you, especially when you have children involved. Those children don't need to see their mother going through these things with their father just because you're trying to keep the family together. That's what be wrong with y'all. It's nothing wrong with walking away. It's nothing wrong with that. I don't know. There's nothing in the Bible that states that you have to endure the type of pain that you're going through just to keep your marriage together. That's what be wrong with y'all. That's why y'all be broke. That's why y'all be broken, battered, and bruised up, scarred. Because y'all allow one man to come off in y'all life, whether y'all have kids with them or not, and destroy y'all to the point to where there's no point of return. And it's sad. It's like you're going to really need some counseling. You're going to really need some help. That big bank that you be talking about, bitch, is not helping you in any way, shape, or form. If anything, it's causing more problems to you than it is bringing any type of healing to you. Let's just be very clear. So you need to stop getting on here talking about all of that money that you have and put it to use to go see you a therapist, because I think you in need for one. I really do think that you are, because there's no telling from a week from now where your headspace is going to be at. And it just seems to me that you're codependent on this man that you're doing everything for, because it seems like you are the breadwinner. You are the one that's bringing in the money. He may contribute to things here, there, or whatever the case may be, but you are having these issues with your husband every other day. Then there's supposed to be some type of alleged baby on the way. So, I mean, you have your hands full. You really do. But Fifi, you was wrong. I'm gonna tell you were wrong. You have way much on your plate. Why would you add more to it? I understand that you're trying to go somewhere and try to do something with your YouTube channel, but you might want to find other ways to get your weight up than to be doing things like this, because it's making you look really bad. It really is. Don't mind my kids. My son back there. He's back there making all of that noise because he's on that tablet. But nevertheless, let me get back to my reaction. So yeah, you was wrong for that. You didn't have to go that far. I understand that y'all be trying to get y'all's views and try to get people to come and see y'all or whatever, but it's another way to go about that. That was dead ass wrong. You didn't have to target that woman's husband and talk to him or whatever, call his phone, inquire anything about any type of anything going on with your channel, because you know it wasn't going to change anything, so therefore you just wasted your time. You did exactly what you want to do, though. Your motive was to get your clicks and your views, and you got them. So don't get mad if people are making reactions towards you. Don't get mad if people are not agreeing with what you did, whether we know that Peach is full of shit, her husband is too. That's besides the point. That did not give you the right to say that this is what I'm going to do to get my clicks and views, to get my weight up of my page. That wasn't right. You was wrong for that shit, and it is what it is. I said what I said. Ain't nobody checking nothing over here. Please don't come report anything about what nobody done said, because this is my channel. If I want to react to something, I'm going to react to it. Should she decided that she wants to make herself a part of Peach McIntyre's storyline, then this is where we're at with it, and it is what it is. And I said what I said. I stand 10 toes on it. and ain't nobody gonna check me for it. So y'all have a good day. If you have not subscribed to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit the notification bell, and make sure it's set to all. If you have not been getting my notifications, turn them on, off, and turn them back on. Subscribe or unsubscribe, unsubscribe and subscribe back, or whatever you need to do, so that you can get those bells when they come through. I'll holler.